Hi again, welcome to the Oh What Fun Peaceful Deer card. This card is actually a sample that's in the mini catalogue, and I just love the way the artist has used the trees in the background with the deer in the centre as the focal point in the centre. Okay, so let's get started. We'll start off with that background. So you'll want a piece of grid paper or scrap paper down, because some of these stamps are going to be slightly off the edge of the card front. And I've actually added this layer. The sample in the catalogue, they stamped straight on the card base, but I always like to have an extra layer on my cards. So just start off with this is the one with 3 on it, and you're just going to randomly sort of stamp these images on, sort of like that. And then if we get the next biggest one, which is the one with 2 trees on it, and put that one in. And finally the one with the smallest trees, just to fill in the gaps. And one just there. Great. Okay, so next we'll stamp the deer. So that's our background all done. So you've got a white sort of rectangular piece like this. Now the deer, when it punches out, the antlers are punched on the side, and they actually don't match up to the stamp. So we're going to do those separately. So what I would suggest is, if you stamp your deer kind of towards the right hand end, then you'll have a little bit of space on the other side to do the antlers as a separate thing. So we'll go ahead and ink that up. So this is the real red. And it's such a lovely contrast, isn't it? The green and the red together. Lovely. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll punch him out. So you just want to line it up in your punch so you can see a little bit of white space all the way around the deer. So I always hold it so I can see the image, and I'm just squeezing the punch slightly, just so it's holding it there, but not enough to punch through, and it means I can just maneuver it, just twisting it, little increments until I'm happy that it's in the middle, and then punch that out. Okay, so there's our deer, and we got 2 antlers. So what you can try and do is, oh, I got 1 antler actually. You can now try and look through the stamp and actually stamp that in the early espresso. I'll give that a go. You can look through it and try and stamp onto the cut piece. Now it is a little bit hard to see, so it is a bit of guesswork, but sometimes it works out. Oh, look at that, it's perfect. So that's 1 antler done. So then we just need to do the other one. So I'm just looking at the punch and seeing where it is, and I'll actually just stamp it around that way. I think that's correct. And then I'm aiming for this one here. And again, I'm just going to squeeze the punch so it kind of holds it as I get it into position. They can be quite fiddly, these little shapes. There we go. Okay, and we have 2 antlers. And not much of our piece of white left over. Okay, oh, I still need that. So to attach the antlers, I just put a little blob of liquid glue on the end of the antler, And then I took my deer to the antler because the antlers are quite small and fiddly. Now you want that little, I don't know what they call that bit, but you want that sort of sticking straight up and the antler on an angle. And they go just sort of behind the ears. Okay, so that's now connected, and I'll just turn that over so it doesn't get stuck to my paper here while it dries a little bit, and I'll do the sentiment while I'm waiting for that. So I don't know if this one will fit. Oh yes, it will. It's the best time of the year. There's other sentiments in the stamp set, and I'm stamping this in the early espresso. You can also have Merry Christmas or Let's Celebrate, or there's a From All of Us. All very useful at this time of the year. So now I've already got an angle here from when I made my sample, but I'm just going to follow that angle. So I just hold it this way, and I'm just eyeballing it to see that my scissors are kind of on the same angle as that side. And just cut it. Oh, and I didn't really get that on the right angle, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so now our deer. So I put a dimensional over the top of those antlers. It's just another little bit of sticky there to help hold them on. And then I did put a few dimensionals on his body, but none on his legs, because that can get really fiddly. Actually, I might just move that one slightly. You can move them if you are quick. If you put it down and then think, oh no, I wanted to put that somewhere else. And I've got a little tiny piece here for his tail. Just one of those edge pieces cut off. Okay. Oh, and I want those for my sentiment as well. These little mini dimensionals are great for your smaller items. Okay. So we'll just carefully take the backs off. And then pop them down in the center of the card. And you can put your words, you can center them or have them off to one side. I quite liked it, like the deer was sort of jumping over the words. Put that there. And then I put this whole layer on dimensionals as well. And I go a bit crazy because I don't want it to sort of sag in the middle. Right. Oh, I need to fold our card base in half. Oh, now I've stuck my dimensional to it. That wasn't the plan. Okay. I'll make that the front and hide that. Okay, so just a nice even border around and stick that on. And there we have it. Now for the inside, I just did another tree. That one with the 3 trees on it. So you could do a row of trees along the bottom. Anything goes really, but it's always nice to put something on the inside that matches the front of your card. And you can decorate the envelope as well, of course. And then we'll just pop that in. get an even border before you press that glue down. And if you wanted to, you could add some sparkle to that. You could put some rhinestones around, which would be really pretty, and maybe even a red one for his nose. So there's some extra homework for you. So I hope you enjoy the making this card. Thanks for watching.
Hey, if you wanna play, make it about a place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us see inside your mind.